G'day viewers and welcome to this week's PB's Retro Restorations. This week I'm doing this number 54 Matchbox Superfast Ford Capri, which has had a black Nico pen paint job at some stage, which has come off along with most of the pink paint that was underneath, or pinky purple. Window's got a couple of cracks in it, but I'm going to try and save them. The bonnet, or hood if you prefer, is missing, but that is available as a reproduction part, which I have ordered. And apart from that, it's not too bad. So let's get crack-a-lackin', as they say in the industry, probably. So once I got it apart, it was filthy inside. It was covered in dirt and grime. There wasn't any hair, unfortunately, but story of my life. The windscreen did have a couple of cracks. Once I got all the dirt off it, it wasn't too bad. Now the motor, really well detailed little motor. It was complete, just needs a rechrome, so we'll do that. Body, we'll do what we normally do with the body. I've ordered that bonnet. The pins weren't broken inside, which helps. Now the wheels, I pulled the wheels off here, but I ended up pulling out the whole suspension on it, just so I could clean it properly and do what needed to be done. Now I will never cease to bang on about how good Molotow or Molotow or however you want to pronounce it is. Look at that. It's the business, this stuff. Works great. Now you might be asking yourself, hey PB, why aren't you using the Scotch-Brite attachment that you got for your Dremel that you showed us in the other video? It works really good. It does work really good, but I started this video so long ago, months ago in fact, that it was before I'd bought it. So it's just regular old wire Dremel wheel on this one. This is one of those cars where I painted it, it didn't work, painted it, didn't work, and I lost a bit of heart with it for a while, I won't lie. But after the success of the beach buggy and that new paint, I got fired up again and got moving. That Scotch-Brite pad, I might have been able to polish this base up better, but in the end I copped out and I sprayed it silver, and it had got a really good finish on it, but it's not quite the same or authentic, but it looks good. So this was from the first time. Some ink. This isn't printer ink, this is actually proper artist ink, and some clear coat. Now I use this, if you've watched my very first video, and I mean my very first video of the Corvette, this is the same method I used on that, and I got a wonderful finish out of it. But this time, I don't know what it was, maybe it was the weather, it was the same with the beach buggy. I just could not get it to lay down right, and it looked awful, so I did it again. That's okay. Trial and error. None of them are ever perfect, and if you're thinking of giving the hobby a go, just remember that you're going to make a million errors, we'll call them, before you get it right, and even after you get it right, you're going to make a million more errors. But the best thing is just to have a go. Sometimes you just got to throw it at the wall and see what sticks, you know. Alright, so I'm not sponsored by SMS, even though I keep banging on about them. They're an Australian made airbrush paint that I've discovered recently. It blows out so nice, this paint, and it really is idiot proof. Like I went over and over and over until I got it glossy, and it never, doubled up or looked, too much in one spot and not in another. I'm a fool, and it's foolproof. It really is, and it cleans out so nice, it's pre-mixed. It really is good stuff. It's like $10 a bottle here for that little bottle that you saw, but you get a fair bit of it, and the results and the cleanup, it's worth it to me. It's really good stuff. So it's just a Rattle Pack silver base with this is a clear pink, so it might even work over Molotow. I'll try that. Maybe do a Spectraflame pink car in the future. It could work well. But that's a car for another day. So here's all our refurbished parts. I neglected to film myself spraying the bonnet black. I also neglected to film myself putting it in. I had to finagle it about a bit. Being made of white metal, it's a bit soft, which is good in that you can adjust it so the bonnet opens properly, but I don't think you'd have to bend it very far before it broke. But that's the nature of reproduction parts. Got the engine in eventually. When I was putting it back together and putting the screws back in, I hadn't ground them down quite enough, so that's why you're going to see me putting it together again. I had to pull it apart and shave a mil or two off so it would fit properly. Oh well. So here I am with the 1mm Molotow pen rechroming the wheels. My skill set on doing this is getting better, but I still need a bit of practice. It can be hard not letting the chrome run into the holes, but I'm getting better at it. I'm going to keep practicing. So here we are back at the start with our Sandbox Special Capri. You can tell that this car must have been someone's very favouriteest car at some stage, that they bothered to give it a new paint job, and the wear and tear. It was a loved thing, this car. Gerard, I'm sure it was fun for you. But anyway, its days of the sandbox are over, and now it's got a second life looking like this. Really pleased with the pink on this. I love that paint. There is no clear coat been put over this one. Didn't think it needed it, so I left it like that. Thanks very much, Gerard, again for yet another donation. I really appreciate it. And this car came out sick. I'm really pleased with this one. You can still see the cracks in the windows, but that's okay. You know, it's all its original parts, save for the bonnet. So that's a result. So don't forget the upcoming Diecast International Builders VW Clown Car build on July 15th. And then on August 15th we've got our drag car build. Mopar for the win. Get involved. We'd love to see what you can come up with. So if you've enjoyed watching this video and think you might like to check out some of my other videos, why not try one of these links? If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, or at least consider it. Just click on my bald head there and be swept away to a world of PB magic every Friday at 9:15. I'll see you next week. Bye!